Well, good morning, everyone. Hope you're having a great start to your Wednesday so far. Pretty comfortable with where we're at midweek. I would love for this week to be green, but of course, the red that we saw yesterday for ADA and everything else across the crypto market, it makes it a little bit difficult to do that. And I have to say that nothing has changed. Nothing has changed in the crypto market as the week has progressed. And I want to show this to you guys because right now, they're very clearly getting an emotional reaction from retail. I saw a lot of it in the comments yesterday. It was kind of funny, actually. And you need to understand that they're getting exactly what they want right now. But you should be very confident about, one, what the market's doing, but two, how everything is lining up, especially trying to get into the back half of this week. So if you are new or haven't already, show your support for the channel down below. Hit that subscribe button, that bell. It's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. So yeah, this is the big, ugly day that everybody was crying and complaining about. Guys, we were down 5.9%. All right, we have had days much worse than that, just even over the last few months here. And understand that this day, this retracement down to the bottom of our trend here, first of all, it's not surprising. We talked about it a couple days ago, and I'll talk about this here in just a moment. But when BTC pulls back 2.66%, when Ethereum pulls back 5.04%, it's very tough for anything in the market to see some green. And unfortunately, what we dealt with yesterday was a lot of long leverage liquidations. We saw $489 million worth of longs liquidated on the ADA side. We saw $3.67 million worth of longs liquidated versus $326,000 in shorts liquidated. So major imbalance on the long leverage side. Basically, U.S. money wanted no part of a green candle day yesterday. You guys can see this. Basically got to about 8 a.m. and just dumped right into long leverage. Same thing here. Even last night, dumped into long leverage, and that's now been a slow, steady recovery as the morning has progressed. Now, we did this exact same thing, I believe it was back here on Sunday, and so we'll see if we can kind of correct this and turn this puppy around and get a green day under our belt here. But it's kind of funny because I saw a lot of comments like this, and I wanted to show this because I thought it was funny. He said, LOL, every time this guy makes a video, ADA crashes down. And this other guy said, it's just loading. AWD said, yeah, I think he's the Jim Cramer of YouTube. And then some other people came into the chat just to say the same thing. And what's kind of funny is people have a very short-term memory because, guys, we were talking about this exact movement just 2 days ago there. So we can see ADA push past about 80, we'll call it 87 cents or so, and confirm a move above there, maybe get up to about 90 cents. We're looking pretty good in this trend here. So that could obviously be the start of something much bigger. If we do get ADA coming back down and even potentially breaching this longer term trend, getting down to about 80 cents or even potentially 78 cents, we're actually then building an even bigger inverse head and shoulders here. So it looks like, so that's what this is the move. This is exactly what we had been talking about 2 days ago, potentially happening. We actually had ADA come down to 80.79 cents. We got down, we touched our trend. Guys, we are building this right shoulder, our inverse head and shoulders as we speak. It's a very promising sign. It's a very good sign in the charts. But here's the thing. Although we did see some red and we came down to this trend, you know what remained incredibly strong yesterday? Institutional money. That has not flipped. People are being manipulated right now into thinking that something's happening that it's not. Guys, we saw $875 million in inflows yesterday on the BTC side. That means that this week alone, they've added about $2.1 billion worth of BTC, which currently would actually make it top 10 largest week ever with 2 days of data. ETH, they added $420 million worth. So they're actually ramping up with even the red that we're seeing in the market. Guys, they are, again, I'll repeat, they're smashing the buy button. They're trying to accumulate as much as they can. Every single one of these discounts that they're getting, they're buying. And people aren't piecing it together, and that's fine. You know, if you want to be negative, by all means. You probably won't be negative for a very long period of time. Now, the thing that I will say is, obviously, we got some long leverage liquidations yesterday. We worked through all this long leverage that had been filling in over the past few days. Well, what just filled in right behind here? A bunch of short leverage. All right. It seems like it's yet another bear trap. ADA, even still currently, sits within this channel inside of channel that we were talking about. which likely means that with a bounce off of this longer term trend, a bounce off of this 100-day moving average, we could be targeting the top of this yet again. Now, it's not as high as it was. It's 86 and a half cents if it does it over the next few days. And a breach there means, again, we're probably going to attack the top of this trend. We're still trying to get to about 90 cents. And, maybe this hits all the way at the point where this converges right here at about October 15th. But we'll have to watch and wait and see what happens. And I want to remind people of a couple things. They're still trying to obviously work through voting on a government shutdown. I don't think they're making much progress. They're still kind of at an impasse. The 15th is actually the next pay date for military, so maybe they try to make a push by that date. And I want to remind everybody, too, that later this week, Jerome Powell is going to be speaking. This is going to be on Thursday, or later this week. That's just tomorrow. I keep forgetting that today is Wednesday. So we're still going to have some things that drive the market, that kind of move it all over the place. There's still going to be manipulation and attempts to try to shake people out of their positions. Stop getting emotional, all right? I'm not your therapist. Leave emotions on the sidelines. There's no place for feelings in finance. It's math, it's data, it's charts. Right now, we're looking at this thing play out exactly as we discussed. So we'll see how the day progresses. I want to see a nice bounce back day. It wouldn't surprise me if we can get some green here and try to retest our moving averages right at about 84 cents. That'd be a good step in the right direction today, but we'll see what the market has in store. Again, U.S. money and overseas money aren't always in agreement. We can see that be the case here today. Obviously, that wasn't the case over the prior 24 hours over the last 36. So, but we'll see what happens. So I appreciate you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below. Nothing has changed. People are still trying to just scrap and claw and accumulate whatever supply they can. And there's eventually going to be a point where there's not enough to go around. So have a great day. Show your love below. Catch you guys in the next one. Take care.